Yo, 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 hit that subscribe button. So I'm going to go more in about NAFTA and how that affected everything in America. And basically, there has to be some type of solution to fix the problem of what's going on in America right now with the economy. And tariffs is one way Donald Trump is trying to do that, which has its pros and cons as far as the immediate outcome versus the ends justifies the means in the future. But we're to be going into what really caused the issues of this horrible economy, this consumer-based economy we have. You got to understand we have a consumer-based economy, not a manufacturing or industrial. We are already past the industrialized to where we've even let go of the industrialization into now we're just consuming. So let's go. We're going to talk about NAFTA and American worker. And basically, for decades, Americans have played by the rules. They have gotten up early, put in long hours, and built the strongest middle class in the world has ever seen. But somewhere along the way, something's changed. Factories shut down, Main Street went quiet, and the American dream started slipping away. What happened? A big part of the answer lies in one word: NAFTA. What is NAFTA? The North American Free Trade Agreement signed in 1994 was a deal between the United States, Mexico, and Canada. It promised to eliminate tariffs, open up markets, and grow all three economies. It was sold to the American people as a win-win. But for millions of working class America, NAFTA wasn't a win. It was the beginning of the end. Like, for example, my parents worked at Borg Warner in Muncie, Indiana. There's so many factories that are shut down that are just empty. It does not make any sense. But let's get back to this. So, how NAFTA took our jobs. 1. Factories moved overseas. Before NAFTA, cities like Detroit, Flint, Toledo, Dayton were manufacturing powerhouses. They made cars, electronics, clothes, you name it. But once NAFTA passed, U.S. companies realized they could save big by moving south of the border. Why pay $20 an hour in America when you could pay $3 an hour in Mexico? Why follow strict environmental laws here when there were fewer regulations over there? So they left, not slowly, fast. Auto plants closed, textile mills shut down. Entire industries vanished almost overnight. And part 2, the Rust Belt became the Forgotten Belt. In the aftermath, communities across the Midwest were gutted. Youngstown, Flint, Rockford, Anderson, Muncie, these were just towns. These weren't just towns, they were families, dreams, and legacies. When the factories left, the diners, barbers, the grocery stores followed. Home values collapsed, school funding dried up. In many places, drugs and crime crept in where jobs used to be. Wages were crushed. Even workers who kept their job felt the impact. Employers used NAFTA as a threat. Push for better pay. We'll move your job to Mexico. That's not free trade. That's corporate bullshit, really. Trade deficit skyrocketed. America started importing more than it exported. With Mexico, we went from 1.7 billion trade surplus in 1993 to 100 billion trade deficit just a few years later. That's wealth leaving our borders, jobs, opportunities, futures, all gone. It ignored environmental labor standards. Companies that moved abroad didn't have to follow American standards, so they dumped waste. They exploited workers, and they made profits off the practices that would be illegal here. This is the human cost of NAFTA. NAFTA wasn't just about dollars. It was about dignity. And it was about men and women who lost the ability to provide for their families. It was about towns that gave everything and got nothing in return. Now, what can we do? But here's the truth. We're not helpless. We can't fix what's broken. We can't fight back. 1, we got to make trade deals fair. Not just free future trade agreements. We gotta have fair trades to where, it's not a disproportionately everything being sent out there across seas from China coming here, and we're sending them nothing back. So we just got to make trade deals fair, not just free. Future trade agreements must protect American workers, not just global profits. 2, we got to rebuild American manufacturing, give tax breaks to companies that build here, hire here, and stay here. 3, invest in skills and training, create programs that teach laid off workers the skills they need for today's economy, technology, green energy, skilled trades. And 4, we got to prioritize made in America, encourage American consumers and the government to buy American-made products. Let's put our money where our jobs are. So NAFTA may have knocked us down, but we're still standing, and now it's time to rise. Let's bring the factories back. Let's bring the pride back. Let's bring the jobs back. Let's bring America back.